So Justin, we get a lot of questions about spread betting specifically. Do you want to maybe touch on spread betting?
Sure, so spread betting is really only popular within the UK, and we're talking about financial spread betting. There's a few key factors around that and a few factors around the brokers as well. So let's explore this area.
I'm Noam Korbl.
And I'm Justin Grossbard. Welcome to CompareForexBrokers.
All right, Justin, let's jump into it. What is spread betting?
So financial spread betting, let's see if we had to say the word financial, is when you bet on a certain event. So the broker will give a line, let's say, so they'll say for a currency that pair, they'll say this is it, and for every pip that it goes above or below, you'll make a win or a loss. So let's say could be the NASDAQ 100. You may take a position saying, above a certain point, I predict it will go up, and then for every element that it goes up, you will make a certain amount that you have preset for that amount. So obviously, what we're looking at is an opportunity to really make quite a considerable sum above or below, and I should add that you get leverage to help that up to 30 to 1. So what that does is obviously with something like the NASDAQ and AUD, USD, very small movements on a regular basis, but
it amplifies your
game. It amplifies it. So you need leverage really to do spread betting. All brokers offer it, and therefore, if you really believe a certain event will occur, such as the pound will go down against the USD, well, you can take a position, and every pip that it goes down, you'll make a certain set amount.
Okay, makes sense. Talk to me about the benefits of kind of doing spread betting, not sports spread betting, but financial spread betting in the UK over, say, trading CFDs.
Sure, this is the most common thing. So I mentioned before, spread betting is popular in the UK. And it's because of a unique tax ruling which views financial spread betting as gambling. Okay, I know it's that can sound quite interesting, but it's very similar to CFDs, but CFDs is viewed as an income stream, where spread betting is gambling. So if you make money from spread betting, it's basically tax-free for UK residents. Whereas with CFDs, it doesn't. This is a two-edged sword though, because if you lose money from spread betting, you can't claim that against your income. Okay. Whereas with CFDs, you can. Okay. So it's a two-edged sword, I'd say, from that perspective, but definitely it's the biggest benefit of spread betting. It's why most people choose spread betting over CFDs.
Okay, all right, makes sense. Now, how do these spread betting companies make money? What's the fee? What do they charge?
Sure, so I mentioned that the broker will give you a position. So let's say the NASDAQ 100. What they'll say is this is a certain price point, and rather than give you one price point, they'll give you an ask and a sell, and they're not going to be the same. It's the same when you're traveling and you go to see that Travel X, and they'll give a very different price.
The bid ask.
The bid ask, and it's quite wide, of course. These are quite modest, but there is going to be a difference, and that's basically the bookies take.
Okay, so they make the difference between that bid ask. So that's the spread.
That's the spread. So unlike CFDs, they will not charge a commission. So what you see is what you get with the fees. There is a slight other fee called an overnight fee, because spread betting is really meant for short-term positions. So if you decide to hold it for 2 weeks, every day you'll get an overnight charge, and that can be considerable. It will add up over time. So generally, unless you're taking a quarterly spread bet, try to take a shorter position.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like, getting a wholesale price on currencies. Like let's say you're going overseas, and instead of going to the bank or going to a company like TravelX to kind of convert currencies, you go to like some wholesale provider that's giving you the wholesale rate. They're not making any markup on that. They're literally just charging you the difference between what they get to kind of buy the currency and like what it costs them to sell you the currency.
Yes,
okay.
It depends on the bookie as to how big the fees are, obviously.
Okay, all right, makes sense. Who do we recommend as the best spread betting company in the UK in 2023? Because this is a question that we get all the time. We have ones for sports, we have one for financial spread betting. Who's the best overall?
Sure. So in the UK, the originator of spread betting is IG Markets, and IG are a very solid player. But an entrant from Australia came into the UK market about 5 years ago, and they're called Pepperstone, and they are by far the fastest growing spread betting company, and that's basically because they have the best platform. So they're the only spread betting company that has got trading view. They've also got MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, and CTrader. So they're the first to really bring the best forex broker platforms into spread betting, and then they've actually got the best spreads. So they've got the lowest fees. So you can imagine that once you've got this combination of low fees, better platforms, that's made them the fastest growing. They were actually created by traders. And once again, the really savvy players have all moved across to Pepperstone, and they continue to grow and gain market share in the UK market.
Also, just an anecdote, a few months ago when you interviewed Chris Weston from Pepperstone, he actually said that if he was living in the UK, he'd be spread betting rather than trading forex and CFDs and stuff like that because of tax.
Because of the
tax,
exactly.
the tax benefits.
Yes.
All right, great. So just to summarize, as Justin just mentioned, the best broker or best spread betting broker in the UK in 2023 is Pepperstone. They've grown really, really rapidly over the last few years, and because they have things like TradingView, MT4, MT5, they are really popular. Of course, their fees are pretty, their spreads are quite competitive.
Have a look at our website. We've actually got the monthly average spreads, and Pepperstone consecutively always win within that category. We also measured execution speeds, and they also won in that area. So that's really important if you want to really make quite a few frequent trades and you want to quickly enter and exit the market.
Yep. Okay. So, and we also mentioned that the way these spread betting companies make money is in the difference between that bid and ask.
Yep.
That's the fee they charge. They don't charge any markup or commission on it. We also said that the benefit of trading CFDs over, the benefit of trading doing spread betting over CFDs is that there's no tax payable on it. But again, it is a dual-edged sword because you kind of can't claim losses against your other income.
Yep.
And then just in terms of financial spread betting, just as Justin mentioned, it's really, really popular in the UK.
Primarily based on Forex, but then as we mentioned, the indices that you can trade, commodities. There's a really wide range of markets, and that also led to the recommendation of Pepperstone for the fact that they're offering a lot of markets, a lot of shares, the things that people are looking to trade, they offer.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's our analysis on spread betting. If there are any other topics you'd like us to look into for you and do some research and analysis on, please let us know in the comment section down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends to watch us.
Thank you.